What's poppin', family? It's Manny X, and I'm back with another video. We doing another fam talk today with y'all. And y'all know what I want to talk about today? I want to talk about accountability. Accountability is something that's not often, or at least consistently, talked about or practiced on. I wanted to talk about some of the things that you can do to help you take more accountability. I also wanted to speak on some benefits that taking accountability for your actions and whatever it comes from you also has to life. First off, if y'all enjoy the content so far of the channel and y'all really resonating with it, if y'all want to show any support, you can just like the video, subscribe, and leave your perspective below, because that's what I really value, is my reflections, expression. So I want to be able to come on here and lay down my perspective and also get your perspective as well. So if you see the video, make sure you at least leave something in the comments letting me know how you feel about the video. We're gonna get into what we came here to talk about today. First off, also, I hope that y'all been like taking care of yourself and meditating and doing things that you love. I hope that you've been really like being aware of your experience and actually being involved in your experience. A lot of days can go by where we just sit back and we just let it pass us by. We're not really involved in a lot of things that we like really doing. I know you can ask, like, how can you be doing something and not be involved in it? It's easy. I'm pretty sure that you have experienced it yourself, where something just felt like it went by so fast that you wasn't even in it. You were basically just like on subconscious mode when you did it. I hope that y'all been being real involved in your own lives, just loving yourself, evolving, growing. I send out health, wealth, love, and peace to y'all, because I want y'all to live the best lives that y'all can. I want y'all to live the most balanced lives that y'all can, and the most high vibrational lives that y'all can, the most understood life that you can. The first thing that I think will help you with taking accountability for yourself is accepting that your personal opinion could be wrong. I'm talking about beyond right and wrong. I'm talking about correct and incorrect. That maybe your perception is not always the thing that is needed in the time. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times that we tend to be so stuck on our own personal perspectives that we let that take the main role in our head. We just start to devalue other people's expressions or their perceptions. We don't take them into consideration anymore. We think that what we say is law, and if there's anybody that's contradicting that, then they need to be put away or they need to be destroyed or something like that. When that's not the case. A lot of the time we need to actually be more open to hearing, and we need to be more open to other people's opinions. We have to humble ourselves or ennoble ourselves to understand our perception is not law. It is a perception, and it can tell you things about yourself. When it comes to self-awareness and things like that, your perception is very valuable, because you can see where you need to heal in places like that. You can see why certain things are viewed the way they are from your perception by observing it and looking at it objectively. It's not like you have to down yourself and be like, everything I say is wrong, but you have to consider that maybe what you're saying could be incorrect. You get what I'm saying? All we know is this way of living right now. We lost our memory when we incarnated on the planet. Another thing that can help you is checking yourself in any conflict before you check anybody else. When you get into a conflict, and the first thing that you start doing is pointing out what's wrong with this person, what's wrong with him or her. What that is immediately showing is that you don't want any fault on yourself. You want to be displayed as a perfect person. And I know you may have true and benevolent intents within you, but that doesn't mean that you're always going to be the person that's in the right, for say, the right. You can actually begin to change your ways and be like, hey, maybe it is something that I'm doing. This takes a lot of humbleness, and it takes a lot of strength sometimes to do this, because we can be so firm in where we stand in something that when somebody else comes out and says something that contradicts that, we can be like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm gonna try to put an example down. Say you told somebody that you didn't like their hair. Say that person smacks you. You just told them your opinion. Maybe you can take some accountability in that moment and be like, well, I did say something that may have triggered them. Maybe they had something that they were struggling with in their life, which is not your problem, obviously, but you can always acknowledge the influence that you had. You acknowledging what you did, not just trying to play a victim's role, always allow you to see things much more clear. You have much more clairvoyant thoughts and answers to your problems. You shouldn't even perceive things as problems, in my opinion. Another thing These all pretty much coincide with each other, obviously, because they're all about accountability, but it's accepting how other people feel about you. That can be a hard thing, harder than it sounds to do. We have a lot of people that we may care for, that we may love, that we may honor, that we may value. We may value certain people's perspectives, but this can be harmful to our own mind and our own perception on ourselves when we let that be what's more important than our own perception on ourselves. We have to accept how others choose to feel about us. We can project what we choose, but we cannot choose how someone receives it into their energy field. You see what I'm saying? Understanding this, you can understand that you don't need to be accepted by everybody. You really don't. Everybody's not gonna like you. And until you start moving in the way to where you understand that, you're gonna keep having things in your life that's just gonna keep showing you that you're not here to satisfy everybody. Not everybody's gonna like what you're doing. You could be taking care of yourself. You could stay home from a party because maybe you had some homework that you was doing, or because maybe you wanted to work out. Maybe you had a YouTube channel you was working on. Somebody sees that and they get offended. They like, oh, you just don't want to do this. You just don't want to show up for your friends. You just don't want to show no support, no love. You know your intention. That's where this comes from. You have to accept how they feel in that moment. You have to be like, I understand that you see it as this, but you don't know what my intention was. Take that into consideration. People don't know your intention unless they in your head. And guess who in your head? Nobody but you. Accept that. You can let go of these perceptions. And it's hard to do at a point in time. But the more that you allow yourself to care about them, the harder it is going to be for you to let go of them. These things can bring us down. This takes us so much off of our path in this life. And people don't understand that. When we allow others' perceptions to take us away from ourselves, which is done so commonly in this lifetime, it completely disaligns you with your past. Maybe you had a goal that you was really working on. For instance, maybe you smoke weed and you was like, I'm gonna stop smoking weed for like 2 weeks. And then your friend come up and he like, man, I've been stressing the whole week. I just want to smoke a blunt with you and just chill and talk with you. And you know the aspirations and the expectations and the visualizations, the goals that you set for yourself. So you like, nah, man, I can't do that. Right there in that moment, you're spiritually strengthening yourself. You're being resilient in the goals and in the intentions, and you being firm in whatever you set yourself towards. That is something that is very strong, and that's something that can benefit you in the future. If you were to be like, skip it, you know what, let's just smoke the blunt. I mean, yeah, you helping, you may think that you helping that person, but at the end of the day, you're spiritually weakening yourself. You're allowing yourself to be ungrounded, and you're digging up the roots of your own intentions so that you can please someone else's consciousness. And that's not even the fullest of them. Understand that half the people on this planet are lost. So when they have a perception of you that is inaccurate, you can just accept that. Some of these opinions, like people like your mother, your father, like if you younger and they still take care of you, then this may affect you in a different way. Your parents can bring you down because of expectations or something that they want you to do that is not aligned with what you want for yourself. So just remember that. All of these perceptions and opinions that everybody got on you, just fuck it. I mean, let the shit go. Live how you want to live for yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you're not reaping the benefits of what you truly wanted for yourself, you're going to start blaming other people, and you're going to feel entitled to other people's love or whatever they was giving you in replace for your own goals, if you get what I'm saying. But we're going to get on to the next thing. We already said this one, family, but the next thing to take in accountability is humbleness. Humbleness is basically letting go of your arrogance, letting go of your pride. It's not to belittle yourself, but it's to just see things for what it truly is, and not to boast yourself up, not to be like, oh, me. Man, just see humbleness as the opposition of pride, of like arrogance. You're actually putting yourself in a position to where you can actually learn from something. You're actually being more of a student than a teacher, and that actually makes you more eligible to grow, evolve, and learn more easily than somebody who's deciding to be more prideful and be like, man, I know what I'm talking about, man. You ain't got to tell me none of that. You ever tried to tell somebody a fact and then they be like, yeah, I knew that, and you could tell, no, you didn't, but like they want to act like they know everything that you said? That's pride right there. Accepting people's help. When you decline people's help, sometimes you can, and even if you do it in a genuine way, sometimes you have to understand that that can be pride. That could be the universe sending you some help that you've been asking for, but you're too prideful to accept it. So being humble and just putting yourself in a place to where you can actually learn from everything, and that you can gain from it instead of just trying to be the person on top all the time. You got to see yourself as level-headed if you want to be a humble person, and that will allow you to take more accountability, and you're going to start taking more action with the things that you want to do for yourself. All right, now we're going to talk about some of the benefits that taking more accountability for your actions and everything can reap in your life. That allows you to take more action, because now you're understanding that what you do is what affects you, and what you don't do also affects you. You're not being like, man, the world just owe me this and it owes me that. You need to do this for me. You feel less entitled, and you take more action because you understand that nothing gets done if you don't do it for yourself. You see what I'm saying? You don't grow if you don't push yourself to grow. You have to actually push yourself out of your comfort zone. You'll be more grounded in your truth. You will feel less like somebody's trying to figure you out, or that you're caught in something. A lot of people get caught in these illusions that they caught in something, and like caught in a lie or whatever it is. When you take an accountability for your actions, which also means being truthful to yourself, it puts you in a more place to where you're grounded. You know what you're doing and what you're not. When you have that reference, you can go out and you can do now what you have perceived that needs to be done next. It is much more dangerous if you don't know what you need to do, and that's what happens when you're not taking full accountability for your actions and stuff like that. You think it's something exterior that's the problem for your stagnant nature. You think that it may be something that's out here that's keeping you in the position that you are. But when you take more accountability, you like, I know what I'm doing. I know that I don't have that six-pack because I haven't been doing my core workouts. By the way, y'all, I do my core workouts every day. But it's just little examples like that to where you understand that it's you who takes the action. It's you who is accountable for you. If you feel a certain type of way, it's because you allowed yourself to feel that type of way. You can have influences, but at the end of the day, you have to perceive it in the way that you perceive it to react to it in that manner. So you taking accountability can help you be more grounded in that truth for yourself. Also, you'll be more confident, because when you are more grounded, you're more certain, and that leads to more confidence, more of a stride, not pride, but stride to yourself. It's like, I'm not putting myself above other people, but I know what I do, and I'm proud of myself. You can have confidence. Confidence is something that I feel that everyone needs to pursue something that may not be the easiest for them. And also, we already explained this one, taking accountability for your actions can put you in a position to expand your mind and learn more, because then you are in the position of a student, and what a student does is they learn, they gain knowledge, and they use it as a reference in the future for themselves. And you can do that when you take more accountability, because that expands your awareness, and you're like, hey, I'm not getting this six-pack because I haven't been working out. So let me start working out more. You see what I'm saying? It's more examples to use this on, but I just wanted to let y'all know that accountability is something that we lack in this society. And until you start taking more accountability for yourself, you won't live the life that you want to live. If it's something that's luxurious or that takes a lot of discipline, because you have to push yourself, you have to apply yourself to have that discipline or whatever you want to direct yourself towards. You have to apply that to your life. And if you don't know that it takes you to do that, you are accountable for that, then you'll never get it done, because you're going to be looking for other people to guide you or push you in a certain way. You're always going to be looking for someone else's actions or for something crazy to happen to push you to move in a certain way. And that is not what we should be doing if we don't want just drastic changes in episodes, is what I call them, in our life every day. But y'all, that's the video on taking accountability. This is just another fam talk. I hope that y'all enjoyed this, and I hope that y'all also living a beautiful life out there wherever y'all at. Also, I want y'all to comment where y'all live at, because I want to have more awareness of my supporters and the family and stuff like that. I want y'all to be more involved in the comment sections on my videos, because I want to get to know y'all. I want to know your perceptions and your expressions, because that's very important to me. We are all parts of the whole, so I feel that I can also learn from y'all as much as y'all can learn from me. Let's make this a teacher-student relationship. But that being said, I love y'all. Y'all stay up and y'all keep putting that positive energy into y'all lives. Y'all accept the negative energy and balance it out. And I love you, as I've said like 3 times, and Shamim Hatep.